We're at the SOULJOUR booth at Wellspring in Palm Spring Desert, right?
Yes.
Yeah, having a great time. This amazing event. So many awesome people coming together. It's a great experience here.
The first one that's been done before. So thanks for joining us. And I was curious what you're going to be doing this next weekend in Portland. So we have a holistic healing immersion, and just wondering what your thoughts are on how what we'll be exploring.
Well, the exploration goes into a lot of different ways. I mean, I speak from my perspective. I process so many teachers that I've had the opportunity to study and practice with and learn from. And from my background, competitive sports, high stressful environment, the parallels to living in this environment is pretty consistent. So I put those dynamics of the esoteric world or esoteric ideas into a practicality, because a lot of times we have an idea that's so far to the left and then a reality to the right. So the idea of consciousness, in my opinion, is to bring it and make it practical, to find ourselves a little bit closer to the reality so we can have a call to an action. It's imperative to know that I don't have a practice. My yoga practice is how I perceive it is relationship building, and that creating that and building that with myself, and not just to be with myself, because ultimately as you begin to connect and heal with self, naturally you want to go out and share with others, connect with others, so it has to be a functionality to it, a call to action to it. Sometimes we get caught up in complacency with just being blissed out, and blissed out is fine, but then when we wake up we got things to do. So I guess my opinion is to find a way that we can create solutions and become builders, because the environment affects us. Psychology calls it epigenetics. Conditioning affects us. Patterns that we've created from our past affects us. So in order to sustain and maintain this idea of consciousness in this environment, we have to first consider the patterns that we have, and make sure that these patterns serve our highest potential, our highest self, and then we decide what we want to do to go forward. So my idea of the practice is a self-development practice. In sports every day, we focused on working on to be the best athlete, right, in a game. So now when I look at the human capacity or human capability, well, when I put an emphasis on working every day to be my best self, my best human, right? Well, then what does that look like? And not only as with self, but how does that look as a totality of like a community of people engaging like that? And what kind of ripple effect do we create in our environment like that? So in my opinion, that's what I would like to bring to Portland, more whole perspective of our society, ourselves, and realizing what's possible for us.